Now 1992 capped off a stellar racing career for yourself, particularly in speed cars, winning the Australian Speed Car title at your home track at Speedway Park. How much did this mean to you and the team? I know you'd been horribly close, you'd stood on the podium numerous times prior to this, but how much did this one mean to you?
Yeah, that's the best question you've asked now, because many of my support team were at an edge where they were going to move on, if you like. Their kids are getting older, like to race another, particularly with Zeke. And then when Zeke Agars come onto my crew, he changed the way I drove. He was able to dial the car in and in many areas, sort of thing, with shocks instead of the tyres and the like, offsets. And his two sons had got into racing as well. So this was my last chance, really. Everything we planned for went to a T. There wasn't one item we could say afterwards we could have done it better. It was just one of those nights when we'd tried many times before, but we just couldn't quite crack it, whether it was me or not. But even on this particular night, we didn't qualify all that well. I was making sure the car was not being damaged, if you like. I knew I wanted to get into the final, and I think I started from position 3 or 4, something like that. Yeah, I knew I had to save the tyres. It was a 50-lap race. But Louis said, it'll do it. We've set the treads right, the grooving right, sort of thing. So I didn't want to overdo the tyres in the first 10 laps, but Neville got by me. And then I thought, I've got it. So then I tried to match and just stay with him if I could, but he was getting away from me. And I thought, oh God, this is not going to happen tonight. I could just about hear John Lewis and my wife screaming and my brother screaming, for Christ's sake, get on with it, sort of thing. And I think there was something like about 15 laps to go. And it come about. It took me 2 or 3 laps, but I could see that he was starting to, his back was starting to drift a bit, his tyres were starting to go off a little bit, and mine were just starting to sing. I could just feel it wanted to keep going. And it was a dream come true, really, John. To do that, just before my 50th birthday. Yeah, that was a night to be remembered. I think after the race, it was shown by the people at the Speedway that when we did the lap of honour with the flags and that, the roar was something I hadn't heard for a long time, sort of thing. But thank you.